Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen up your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourselves today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You're now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk a little on imbalances and how they are pretty much causing imbalance within our system, and I'm also going to touch on maybe big pharma to come fit it in with trying to balance back out on a chemical or level, a chemical level. Okay, but let's get right into this. So imbalances. Nowadays they're causing plenty of imbalance within our system. This is something that has always been like this. Okay, but they cause a lot of imbalances in our system, right? And they do this through a number of different ways. For a few examples would be like they put us out of our nature, right? This is imbalancing. This causes imbalance. They do this on purpose because they don't want us to be at an equilibrial state with nature, or a harmonious state with nature. So they put us out of our balance. Okay, this is why, for one, our shoes, the most popular type of shoes are insulating. They're made of rubber at the very bottom, and the other parts of the shoe are also insulating. And we're electrical beings. So the shoes, the most popular type of shoes that most people are wearing, are insulating. They're not helping us. They're not conductive to our current, or our electromagnetic field. More so, they're only insulating us. And this is already bringing us out of our center. It's bringing us out of balance. It's bringing us out of potential and strength. Okay, so that's just one example. They do this everywhere, though. In many different dimensions, they're able to do this as well. Technology is another one. Technology, it kind of puts us out of balance as well. It's a very helpful tool, but technology is also very damaging to our system as well. Okay, and even what our houses are made of, most of the time our houses are made of material that are insulating to our system, and they don't provide the heightened conductivity that we should be living within, balanced states. And the geometries of the architect of the home itself are non-conducive to our center or our balanced state of being. So we're getting put off of this, okay, almost everywhere, all the time. And what imbalance brings to us, it brings disease, it brings illness to us. Okay, and a lot of it is on an electromagnetic level, so you cannot actually see this physically. You cannot see the illness that you hold physically, with your two eyes, with your sensory perception. More so, it is of electromagnetic nature, more of a subtle energetical nature. So you got to use your mind to see the imbalance or the disease, so you got to open up your mind, you got to open up your third eye chakra, or your ajna chakra, your Agna chakra. So, and also they're putting you off of this as well. You can't even always open up your mind because of that same imbalance. So, like, because the shoes are insulating and you cannot ground yourself to the earth, you already at that point can't properly align yourself because you're imbalanced, and because of that you can't even attain to the higher chakras. You can't open them up. So at that point you won't be able to actually see some of the energetical imbalances within your system, and then you're gonna start getting physically sick because when you're imbalanced on an energetical level, it manifests itself on a physical level. So if your aura got holes in it, if they're poking holes in your aura with technological weaponization or EMFs, whatever it may be, you're gonna start getting very, very severely sick on a physical level. Okay, and you won't be able to see the source of the illness. You're just going to think that it's some type of disease that is of a physical nature, but it's not of a physical nature at all. They just have set up physical diseases in order for you to not go through with the deeper questioning of why you're actually sick in the first place. Okay, so this is imbalance. They're just imbalancing your system. You're not getting the proper equilibrium that you need. You're not living in center with your being. And this is the source of your disease. Disease is being in a diseaseful state. You cannot be in an easeful state if you're not centered or you're not balanced. You cannot be in an easeful state if you're not peaceful, and peace comes with equilibrium. Otherwise you cannot be in an easeful state. So that brings you illness. Okay, disease, illness. It brings you imbalance. Okay, it's all coming from imbalance. So what you need to do to counteract this is you need to start looking towards your energetical system, your electromagnetic body, and you need to look towards that instead of seeing it as some physical type of ailment. Okay, because most of your physical ailments are just coming from an imbalanced system. Okay, and a lot of it can be cured simply by remedial efforts, or not even remedial efforts, but just pure natural effort. You don't need to take any type of medicine. You don't need to take anything to heal yourself. All right, you can just do it all naturally, without any substance, without anything at all, just by naturally doing it for yourself, because the body already contains all the equations to be able to bring you to a state of equilibrium. This is what equation is. Equation is coming into equilibrium, okay, through function. And you have all these functions within your genetics in order to be able to heal yourself from any type of imbalance. Okay, it's just so that when they're putting us into these states of imbalances, it's leading us to genetic inertia. Genetic inertia. So some of these functions of our genetics that can heal us aren't always going to be in flow or in flux or active. So we don't have the ability to heal ourselves as though we once did from some of the most severe disease. Um, but you can always get back to that state. Okay, what you need to do to get back to that state is you need to get back into nature. You need to live in accordance, in harmony with the universe, because the universe is the source, the catalyst for being able to come back into a universal state of equilibrium. and at that point you're able to do this stuff. You're able to cleanse yourself without having to take anything, just purely out of intention, purely out of naturally holistic understandings, or holistic living. You're able to cure yourself of any disease. It can even be cancer. You can cure cancer, because cancer is not incurable. That's just one of the what is it called? That's one of the falsehoods that they spread, in order to keep you fixated on that dependent complex, so that you don't pose a threat to their system of control. But you can cure cancer, you can cure AIDS. All of this stuff has already been recorded. You just got to find the stories of people doing this, and then you got to understand what they're actually doing. You can find it all in the DNA, you can find it all in the genetics. It's all there, and it's all possible. Okay, don't let them imbalance you, though. You got to get back into center. You got to get back into a balanced state. You got to get back in tune with the 0 point energy. Okay, absolute zero. You got to get back in tune with this. They're putting you out of this, and this is where the power is. So 0 point energy does a lot for you. 0 point energy is literally absolute. That's why it's called absolute zero, and that's why supposedly we can never reach absolute zero, because they're not allowing us to. But absolute zero can be reached. It's probably absolute equilibrium. But it's non-existent at the same time. So it gets paradoxical in its attainment. If it is attained, it's not really attained, though it's more realized. Um, but that is balance. You coming into center is absolute zero, or 0 point, or time wave zero, whatever you want to call it. And with the realization of this, you're able to heal yourself from any imbalance, any disease as well. Very, very, very enlightening stuff. Okay, and it's all within us already. You don't need any other person's approval, and you don't need to look towards a doctor. You don't need to look towards a system to do the things that you are looking to do, that seem very, very impossible, or even miraculous when attained. More so, it's all supernatural. If anything, it's very, very supernatural to us. Okay, so that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. That's imbalance. Learn to get more balance. The most simple method to coming back into a balanced state of being is getting out into nature and spending more time with nature. Okay, very, very simple. Nature at that point will take the course for you, and you will then be guided if you need the guidance. So all you got to do is do that for yourself. Okay, but that's going to be it for today's video. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great morning.